But why did I bring that up? Because PMG, you know, he did that same thing that Lil King doing.
For what reason did I bring that up in light of the fact that PMG, he did that equivalent thing that lie ruler doing family quarrels, are normal, yet when the battle happens freely watchers burn through no chance to make it viral. Everybody presents their perspective on the continuous discussion, in some cases, rankling individuals engaged with the contentions. This was the situation with T.I. his child, and D.L Hughley. Another story has spread its foundations over the hip jump world as T.I. has battled with his child Lord, which has persuaded the rapper to think that his child will ultimately wind up in jail, going to jail exactly as expected. D.L Hughley had a ton to say too. The issue currently is that it seems T.I. didn't warmly embrace the disputable hypotheses of the family show. Elevated after the Thanksgiving weekend when the rapper family went to see the Atlanta Hawks game, and Ruler Harris had an eruption which was gotten on Instagram Live as the contention transformed into hollering and heightened pressures between the child and his folks. Lord should have been visible, letting out his disappointment while his father answered shouting affronts. The rapper's child likewise uncovered on his Instagram that he was residing with his grandma due to the continuous battles, and he faulted individuals around him for not understanding his feelings. T.I. guaranteed his child to be a humiliation to his family by expressing, "You are humiliating yourself and the family." The fans who saw that episode accepted that Lord's explosion was not legitimate and faulted his folks' poor nurturing for the occurrence. The popular entertainer and humorist D.L Hughley additionally accepts a similar. The comic answered TMZ's inquiry regarding his contemplations on his companion's family circumstance by expressing the foundation from which T.I. came. He alluded to Ruler's activities as offending as the child uncovered their confidential issues for arrive at on his Instagram. Hughley made sense of that the kid's state View worked enthusiastically to emerge from destitution and not let his family face comparative conditions as he did. DL said to have someone that you really buckle down and penance for to all around your memory and your achievement for clicks is offending. We truly experienced childhood in the conditions they romanticize about it was the motivation for T.I. leaving it enlivened them masterfully. Yet you don't believe your kids should experience childhood in similar conditions when we grew up. We truly experienced childhood in the circumstance they romanticized about the comic, accepted that the we should escape craftsman merited additional regard from his child due to the potential open doors he has accommodated him. The comic added he's offending the work they put into raising him for clicks. You're in that container all around his memory, and you're doing it so you can be renowned. He set out the most dubious thought that drove the web to overflow with debate, as he expressed, "You're popular on the rounds that your daddy's renowned." The story went in a different direction when Ruler Harris got captured. Don't scratch your heads. We understand what prompted it. Tip's child went to a waffle shop and requested things went south when the request came wrong, after which he reproved a representative. Gladly expressing, "All that you create, I can take out my pocket right currently. I'm not stumbling on you. I'm not conversing with you. You're well known because your daddy's well known." When a male collaborator mediated between them, Lord compromised the representative to come around the counter and gun whip him. The craftsman's child needed to have more experiences with the police following his reckless way of behaving. As he got captured again for not wearing a safety belt, the youngster definitely appeared to be baffled in the video, which became famous online on Thanksgiving. He was seen contending with his mother in the neighborhood for not letting him out. He rejected that he was brought into the world already spoiled out of his mind, which is the reason fans have shown him pessimistic energy and associated every one of his victories to his dad's distinction. The youngster additionally stood up to claims deceiving him as a wannabe criminal as he detonated, saying, "Everyone that say and attempting to be gangsta, I ain't requested the police to pull me over. You all be taking a gander at the activities of the 19-year-old and his non-regretful conduct." The fans have gathered that his dad's acclaim has driven him to turn out to be so proud, and he should be shown something new. Well, his dad suspects as much too. The disturbed young person's dad at last responded to the fresh insight about his child's capture. He looked baffled as he told the fans not to send him messages letting him know how to exhort his child. He said, "Got a little solicitation, quit hitting me and getting in my remarks, letting me know what to tell Lord. Okay, got a little solicitation, man. Quit hitting me and getting in my remarks, letting me know what to tell Lord. Okay." He added that he has previously held chats with his child and he perceived his defiant disposition as once he had the equivalent as well, and he professed to know about the way things will end up and his tone didn't propose a good outcome. He added, I've proactively had the discussion, I've proactively come to terms with it. Because I realized that energy, I was that energy, I know precisely how it will turn out. Tip dropped the stunner on the fans as he expressed the conceived evil results of his child's activities. He expressed what everybody had in their souls, yet was terrified to communicate. He expressed that ruler's activities will cause him to have prison time, and said that it is in nobody's grasp aside from the youthful radical himself to change his predetermination. The rapper communicated his going to jail. If he goddamn keeps up his going to jail, ain't no chance to get around it. Ain't nothing I will have the option to do it about it, might no one at any points. Top it yet him. The Elastic Bandman vocalist finished up his genuine message by giving the circumstance over to God. He actually accepts that his child has great in his heart. He guaranteed that the objective ruler is pursuing as of now is off base, yet he wanted for his child to traverse it. He summarized it by saying ruler's a decent youngster, he's pursuing some unacceptable and I confide in God to manage it the manner in which he see fit. Now he going need to go through it and get past it. D.L Hughley. When he saw the viral clasp of his hopeless dad companion, couldn't keep down his feelings as he took to his Instagram and posted on the side of Tip. The comic first alludes to the guerrilla gigs of ruler, as he is telling his own life and not thinking often, even about his family. He expressed realities. There comes a point in any relationship, whether it's parent to kid or one individual to the next, with regardless of how you stop or change somebody's conduct, they are as yet going to pursue their decisions or choices. The entertainer further added that the youngster is putting obstruction on his way himself, yet knows nothing about it, and he gave credit to the guardians for taking care of the circumstance well. He proceeded with it truly arrives at a point some of the time where all you are doing is setting up hindrances, not discouraging them. At this isn't about real love. Its existence. Salute to it Troubleman 31 and minuscule for keeping it. Ti Sunlord is behaving like my child. PMG God. What you understand, this assertion is made by a dad of a child as of late condemned to 20 years of jail following the homicide allegations against him. He implies extraordinary difficulty by ruler, extremely rude. OG Percy in a meeting as of late recommended the result of Lord's demeanor as he contrasted his tendency and that of his children, and encouraged him to walk out on the manner in which he has set off for, and do what kids his age typically do. The fans, when they saw the young fellow's explosion, went enraged. Tip is cherished by crowds from one side of the planet to the other, and to see their one craftsman get offended is clearly difficult. The fans faulted ruler for his unlegitimized rage, and brought up that every one of the honors he has are a direct result of the difficult work and progress of his dad. As one watcher called attention to the reality, he's communicating on a telephone, presumably paid